morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. We're back here at Infiniti of Flemington to check out a vehicle I didn't think we'd see for the 2024 model year, but here it is. This is a brand new 2024 Infiniti Q50 Red Sport 400 with all-wheel drive. The color here is grand blue with a graphite leather interior with red cross stitch. It is a stunning color combination. So we're going to check out this Q50 Red Sport for the 2024 model year, see if this is the kind of sports sedan you should pick up before they eventually sunset the model. So let's dig in. Front end of this Q50 Red Sport in grand blue. We got LED lighting all over the front of the vehicle, including the fog lamps. And this is the blacked out Q50S, as they call it, grille. That's indicative of a Red Sport 400 with the Infiniti badge sitting right here in the middle. This lights up at night as well, which is a cool touch. I do like the gloss black and the grand blue together. Nice headlight housings. Design has been around a long time, but I still think it looks pretty contemporary. Let me know what you guys think. Now, as we come around the corner here and take a look at our wheel and tire setup on this Q50 Red Sport, what has Infiniti done? Well, we got a 19-inch machined aluminum alloy wheel, Infiniti badge on the center cap. We have bigger brakes, bigger rotors here with the red painted calipers and the Infiniti script on there, which is a nice touch. Now, we got a sport tuned suspension that stiffened up the chassis. It's going to make it drive really sporty. The wheels are wrapped in Dunlop SP Sport 5000 tires. The size, 245 on the width, the 40 series sidewall 19s, all four corners. This one is all-wheel drive. As we move on out, we get the full side profile of the Q50. Again, the design hasn't changed, I think, since the last refresh in 2018, but I think it still looks pretty contemporary, and I like the way it looks. The blue, really good look on this vehicle, especially with the toned down silver on the wheels. That's more like a lighter gray, maybe even a gunmetal. As we move on in closer, we are gloss black side view mirrors, 360-degree view cameras, as well as LED turn signals. Now we're color matched, and then some chrome on the door handles. Let me know if that should all be color matched. The fuel filler door on the right side of the vehicle. Up top, color matched roof, shark fin antenna, standard sunroof. Rear end of our Q50S. We have the deck lid kick up in the back, but no spoiler there. Like we've seen, this one is not equipped with that option. We do have the Infiniti badge in the middle of the trunk with the Infiniti script in black. Underneath that, Q50S on the right. Functional dual exhaust, a nice smoothed out rear diffuser area. So, since we got the Red Sport 400, let's listen to see how this baby sounds. We are under the hood of this Q50S, and what do we have for a power plant? We have Infiniti's 3-liter twin turbocharged V6 engine mated to the 7-speed automatic transmission. 400 horsepower, 350 pound-feet of torque, MPGs, 19 in the city, 26 on the highway, 22 combined. The engine's minimum octane rating is 91, so you'll need to use premium unleaded fuel. All right, before we get into the interior of this Q50 Red Sport 400, you're going to want to know, Mike, how much do I have to pay for one of these? I'm looking for a sports sedan, and I'm not sure what to do. So let me know what the story is on the pricing here. So this is what we got. For the 2024 model year, the Q50 Red Sport 400 with all-wheel drive, the base price is $58,900. Now this vehicle's got some options that we need to add in. We need to add in the Infiniti Radiant Exterior Welcome Lighting with logo. That's the puddle light that goes from the bottom of your side view mirrors, and the Infiniti logo goes down onto the ground. $675 extra for that. Then we have to add in an additional $485 for the Infiniti Radiant Grille emblem, which means the emblem on the front grille lights up at night. And then another $485 for the Infiniti Radiant Illuminated Door kick plates, which means those will light up at night. An extra $225 for the all-weather package. That gets you the all-season floor mats and trunk area protector. An extra $195 for the rear USB charging ports. An extra $225 for the splash guards. An extra $90 for the USB charging cable set. And an extra $695 for this grand blue metallic paint. We then have to add in destination and delivery of $1,150 from Infiniti's assembly plant in Japan. This car is 100% made in Japan. So you have your total MSRP from the factory of $63,125. Let's check out the interior. Starting with the driver door panel, please excuse my shadow. We have soft touch up top, nice and soft. Then we have some silver trim. And then we have real carbon fiber trim in and around the chrome door handle, 2 memory seat settings for the driver, nice soft armrest with the red stitching, flat black on our switchgear. Right up here, this is the button for your power fold mirrors. So they have you covered there. And then boom, out they go manually. So that's a nice touch. And then we do have a pretty good sized door pocket. And then we have the upgraded Bose, as you can see it, Performance Series sound system in this Q50. Now we go to our foot box. We have a nice large dead pedal brake and accelerator, all aluminum finish with a push on, push off parking brake. Door sill plates. Here is the Infiniti door sill plate to welcome you to the vehicle that does light up at night. We do have power seats with power lumbar for the driver and front passenger. And then this right here, that will adjust the bolstering to make it more forgiving or make it tighter on you, depending on what you're doing as far as driving. Now here's our graphite color Sammy aniline interior with the red cross stitch, with the diamond design, looking good. Nice soft headrest, nice bolstering, a good looking interior. Passenger door panel, same as the driver, except there's no memory seat settings for the front passenger. There is that Bose speaker, and if you want to know how many speakers this system has, 16 speakers, soft touch with the stitching up on top of the grille, or dash, excuse me, more soft touch with stitching right here, and then we do have a nice large glove box. Infotainment system time, we still do have Infiniti's older infotainment system. Like I said, this car hasn't had a design refresh since, I believe, 2018. So this is the system they installed, and it's one that's still in the vehicle. Does it need to be upgraded? Sure. Sure, they're behind the times with the tech in this vehicle, but I don't know if they're going to do that if they're only going to keep this around in so long as when they get their EV ready, because that was the idea to begin with, was to bring out the EV for the 2025 model year, mid-2024, and that's why this was going to go away after 23. Well, that whole thing got pushed back 2 years. So my guess is we'll have this beautiful Red Sport 400 for another couple of model years, which I'm not going to argue with. But I do have to tell you that the Apple CarPlay, wireless CarPlay, shows up on the top screen, and it works great. It's probably one of the best wireless CarPlay systems I've used. Even though it's older, the technology works flawlessly for your wireless CarPlay. No delay, no buzzing out, or no dropping it and picking it back up again. It does a really nice job. But up top, you're going to have your maps. You have your built-in nav here. So this is the nav through the car right now that you see. And when you go into reverse, there's your backup camera on the top window with trajectory and your 360-degree view. Would like to see a nicer camera. This one's a little fuzzy. I think Infiniti needs to upgrade their cameras on all their vehicles, but you can see well enough. Now, when you go to your drive modes, instead of showing up on the dash, they show up here. And now you have your personal drive mode that you can configure yourself, Sport Plus, Sport, Standard or Normal, Eco, and Snow. So they got you covered for all the drive modes, and we're going to rock out in Sport today. No doubt about that. So that's how you get those babies going. So that's a nice touch. Now, down here is where you're going to control your audio, your home, and your climate. So right now we have it set on audio. We got Sirius XM as well as other regular standard radio options. We can go to our home menu, and this is where you can go ahead and configure this however you may want to see things here on the home screen. And you can go to your connections from here. You can connect up to 6 devices, get your Wi-Fi hotspot going, connect via USB. So they got you covered with that stuff. Then you have your climate right here. So you got dual zone climate control that you can sync together. You got the heated seats right here. And you can, right now they're on auto, which means if it's cold out and I start this vehicle up, which I did because it's only about 35 degrees outside right now, I have the heat set on 70, the seats automatically came on. So they'd be warm when I got in the car. So that's a nice touch. But right now they're warm enough. So I think we're going to try to turn them off. And we also have the heated steering wheel that Infiniti calls a steering heater. That does not come on automatically. You got to turn that on yourself. And then you can sync everything together or unsync them. You have your general vehicle settings that set your clock and all that other good jazz, system updates. So they have you all set, even though it's an older system with a dual panel. But on the left here, you can adjust the temperature, put it on auto, fan speed, where you want the air to come out, and the same thing over here for the front passenger. Now down below here, they got a little area in here with a 12 volt, so they got you covered there. Here is your, on this side, here is your heated seats, on or off. Right now, since they're tied into the climate control and the climate control is on, I'm just going to turn them off right now because they're baking me. So they're really good. And so you can control the heated seats from here and here. Your 4-way hazards are right there. Like I said, the 12 volts behind there. Here is the gear shift leather with the red stitching, which is a nice touch. I like the way Infiniti kept the red going. Some car makers will put this in black. I like the red. Takes you through the 7-speed automatic. If you don't want to use the touch screen, here's the dial to control that infotainment system. More carbon fiber all the way around. Drive modes, which we just showed you. 2 cup holders right here with the trim ring, and the Infiniti key fob, which is a Nissan one that's just updated for Infiniti. So we have remote start, lock, unlock, pop the trunk, panic button, nice and light. And then we have a nice soft armrest with the stitching and the leather. We open it up. We have another 12 volt USB-C, USB-A, and an aux jack. Infiniti steering wheel, nice leather wrap steering wheel, nice 10 and 2 notches, the red stitching, Infiniti badge on the horn button with some nice chrome to lift up the wheel, round bottom wheel. And I would like to see them put a flat one in here because my leg does hit getting in and out of this vehicle. That would have been made it even sportier looking. And with the red sport, I think that would make sense. We have flat black on our switchgear. So on the left, you got your telephone voice commands, controls for the digital portion of your dash and your volume. And then on the right side, you have your adaptive cruise safety suite controls. We do have paddles that are metal, even though they're black, to go up and down. The 7-speed automatic manually if you would like. And then over here on the left, you have your headlight controls, fog lamp controls, and turn signals. And then on the right, your windshield wipers. Now down below here, right here, you got your traction control off, pop the trunk, and then up top here, bright and dim the dash, trip odometer. And as you can see right here, we got an electric tilting and telescoping wheel. So Infiniti has you covered with that. And of course, you got your easy exit, which means when you turn the car off, you have your memory seat set, open the door to get out, the steering wheel gets out of the way, and the seat moves back. That calls easy exit. And then we have our analog digital combo, analog gauges for your speedometer, tachometer, fuel level, and coolant temperature. And then you can go through additional information that you may want to see. And each one of these has some separate pages that you can go through to have up what you would like to have up as you're going down the road. So again, nice and easy, nice and simple, works good. Our overhead console right here. Here's a spot for your sunglasses right there. You have your SOS button in case there's an emergency on the road. Now, if you want your LED dome lighting to come on and off when you open and close the door, you don't have to do anything. All these buttons remain off. When you open the door, the lighting comes on. Close the door, the lighting will dim out. Here's a control for our power moonroof, but the shade is manual. So you're just going to throw that back on your own and then just give this one click open. Back it goes, no problem. And then one click closed. And once that is closed, boom, close the shade and you're good to go. Sun visor with vanity and a light. And does it slide? Yes, it does. Rear view mirror, we have a standard framed rear view mirror with your garage door programmables right in here. So we get the home link action. Would have been nice, though, to have a digital rear view mirror in this Red Sport. Getting in the rear seat of this Q50S, I have the seat set for my driving position, so in we go. Low bridge getting in because this does slope down. So if you're taller, duck. Now, in the back, once I'm in, enough room for my head, shoulders, and knees, even though it's a little tight at 5'11". We got the leather with the stitching, and then we go plastic. I think we need to have more leather here. And then we have the leather again on the seat pocket behind the driver and the front passenger. In the back, you got 2 heat and air vents, and there's your USB-C, USB-A charge ports that we're paying a little bit extra for in the options, but I think it's necessary. Let me know what you think. And then the rear door panels, same as the front. Same material, same vibe. Here's our front door panel looking good. Here's the rear door panel looking the same. Rear seats with the leather and the red stitching, nice and comfortable. Diamond stitch as well, looking gorgeous. And then our armrest, semi-soft. Open that up to cup holders. So they got you covered. So here in the back, it's nice and comfortable here in the sports sedan, but just be careful getting in if you're a taller person. Getting in the trunk of our Q50S, my apologies for my shadow once again. You can either pop the trunk from the key fob or from the dash, or you can come to the back and right underneath this Infiniti script, right above the license plate, right under by the N, you hit it, lift up nice and light. When you open it up, nice wide opening, 13.5 cubic feet of cargo space in the back of this Q50S, so that's a pretty good number. As we move on in, here are the carpeted floor mats that say Infiniti Q50, and of course, with that option, there are the all-season floor mats you get as well, and the all-season trunk mat is in the vehicle. Over here, a nice little extra cubby on the side. Right now, we have our front license plate and our owner's manual there, but nobody's putting a front license plate on my Q50S, that's for sure. Underneath here, you got more storage and whatnot, but you do not have a spare tire. Would have been nice for Infiniti to include a spare. Now, if you don't have anybody in the back and you need more room, you can pull these straps right here. Pull that one on the left, pull that one on the right, and then you can go around to each door and pull the seats down. We'll go around the other side. I love the black chrome accents around the windows rather than regular chrome. That is so cool. Little extra bonus for you there. Then we can pull the other seat down. And now, even though there's a bit of a kick up and it's more narrow, if you got extra large items, you got room, as long as you're not carrying rear seat passengers. So it's a good use of space here in the back of this Q50S. Window sticker time, here we go. 2024 Infiniti Q50 Red Sport 400. Standard equipment on the left. Options. For manufacturer's MSRP. Fuel economy estimates. Not rated yet. Made in Japan. Let's take this baby out for a spin. Okay, we're out on the road in this 24 Q50 Red Sport 400. Feeling good. We got it in Sport Plus, which is where it needs to be. Good visibility out the windshield, side view mirror, side glass, rear view mirror, no problem. Blind spot monitoring, cross traffic alert, lane keep assist, all that jazz in this Q50S. So no worries on the tech as far as the safety goes. This is a Consumer Reports recommended vehicle. Just so you know, I checked that before I came over. So obviously they like the reliability of this vehicle at Consumer Reports. And now we're on this back farm road, and of course we got it in Sport Plus. So we have the suspension firmed up. The steering is tight and right in a big freaking way. So I really like how this drives. Sharp turn to the left. Oh yeah, grips. We got summer tires on here now. These Dunlops are summers. Up over the bump. Now we're going to come up here. We'll test out our upgraded brakes. 3, 2, 1. Stops no problem. Nice and straight. No worries. Now we'll take off. Feather in the gas. We got a new engine. And you have your 7-speed transmission firing off. No problem. We'll give that another go. Just rips down the road. I mean, this V6 is darn responsive. All right, we'll come into this turn to the left. Brakes, just handles it beautifully. And here we go with the mower right in front of me. Well, let's get out of this guy's way. How you doing, Big Rock? Now, we'll try out the turning radius, 18.7 feet in the spec sheet. Let's see how she does. A little wide for a car this size, but it gets around. Now, we'll take this over to manual. We got it in Sport Plus. We'll see how the transmission does with the paddles in 3, 2, 1. And up the road you go, no problem. I mean, really responsive stuff. See how the downshifts are? Nice and responsive as well. Let's try it again. Down the road you go. And with the 7-speed, you don't have as many gears. I mean, sometimes I wonder if some of these 10 speeds are really necessary anymore, but you got 7. I think that's enough to get this car moving down the road. The steering is very tight and right here in this Q50S, and it's just a really fun car to drive that you can drive 7 days a week, 365 days a year, and then take it out on the weekend and have fun with it. So it's very versatile that way. The only downside really is we have a dated design with a dated infotainment system, but if that doesn't matter to you, this is gonna save you money over the big competitor, which is the M340i from BMW. This is about $10,000, $11,000 less money. It's got more horsepower, it's got more torque than the M340i. But it doesn't have as nice of an interior, and it doesn't have the tech. So it really depends on what you want. If you're an older guy like me, the older design and the older tech may not matter to you because you're just going to take it out and blast it around the road and have a good time, and this all doesn't matter. And frankly, the good response you have with the wireless CarPlay, that's fine with me. That's all I really need. So I'm cool with how this is set up. But some people may want more tech. And so let me know in the comments what you think about this Q50S. I think it's a great offering in the sports sedan segment. I'm glad Infiniti's keeping it around for a while longer yet. But let me know what you would do. Would you go after one of these Red Sport 400s? Or would you take your sports sedan money elsewhere? Put it in the comments and let me know. But I do want to thank Infiniti of Flemington for allowing the channel access to this Infiniti Red Sport Q50 Can't forget that. Red Sport 400 for review today, and I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.